Exactly a year ago, on April 2024, I was knocking at the door of my manager at Amazon, telling him that I was quitting. At the time, guys, I was leaving a job that was paying me $220,000 per year, working as a negotiator for Amazon at the headquarters in Seattle. Today, we are 1 year later, and I'm pleased to announce you that over the course of last month, I was able to generate $30,800 of revenue. So in this video, I'm going to be speaking raw, unscripted. This is my first take and the only take on this, so it's gonna be juicy. I'm gonna be revealing the 13 source of income. Not only that, I will also provide you guys with one piece of action or side hustle that I've proven to be successful for me that you guys can start at home as well without a significant investment. I want to address a quick thing here. Many of the income videos that I've seen on YouTube say, oh, I make 17 sources of income, 14 sources of income. And then when I see them, I see that one of them is AdSense, one of them is consultation, one of them is courses. Well, to me, all of this is YouTube. It's one. It's like a shop saying, hey, I sell apple and I sell oranges. You're not going to say my source of income is apple and oranges. You're making money off the shop. So each of the source of income that I'm about to share with you has its uniqueness. And I'm going to walk you through the pure numbers. I'm opening up the book. You're going to see screenshots. You're going to see positive, negative. Some of them are, losing money. Some of them are making really good money. So follow along, guys, as we dive into the source. And thank you to the sponsor of this video, Alliance Virtual Office, but more on that later. I'm going to be introducing them in the order at which I opened them, okay? So one of the first one was an Airbnb. Some of you may have heard of it. I wanted to not just have a one-bedroom apartment that I'm renting here in the middle of nowhere just to make a quick buck. I wanted to push the envelope further. And so I found on Facebook Marketplace a 1976 Airstream that was ripped apart. I brought it on my driveway in Seattle. At the time I was working at Amazon. Tiered up everything, contracted 2 guys. We redid it completely remodeled. Total investment, $66,000. It's currently running and it's working. It's rated the number 3 best Airstream Airbnb in America. I own the Airbnb, she owns the land. We have a 73% for me, 33% for her. It is completely owner passive. My time is 2 hours every quarter. Last month, earning $2,840. It's a good season for us, but that's about a 30% or so return on my money. Now, there is asset depreciation, but on my side, I don't do anything. Speaking of which, guys, as you think about those businesses that I'm about to introduce to you, my goal is to build systems, processes. I don't want to trade my time for money. No more. I've done that for 10 years. I've learned my lessons. And it's going to allow you to really get a sense about what is something that you could potentially think on your own. Most Americans are running a side hustle and they make on average about $580 per month. So if you are not running a side hustle, you're missing out on something. Second one, YouTube. Let's do this. You guys, most of you have seen my video where I said that I was losing $60,000 per year. All right, is the link if you guys want to see that. Well, last month was actually pretty good. In terms of AdSense, I made $2,503. Sponsorship, $4,122. I also do one-on-one consultations for people interested about me sharing my take on their finances, and that was about $2,158. I have different links on products that I use. Below, you will see them in the description. Affiliate, 510. So last month on YouTube, I made $9,293. Next one, Frenchie Collective. I wanted to build a brand. I wanted to build something that speaks to me about France. What is a product that I can have really good margin on that speaks to me? This was a fail, but not the one that you may think. I, for the first time, was able to understand how to build a product, not in the manufacturing aspect, but in the marketing. What is the cost of acquisition? What is the cost of building a website? What do you need? What support services you need? How do you run a ship station to ship that product? What is the fulfillment process? How do you think about packaging? This guys last month provided me with $594. Now, this is not a dead product. and far from it. In fact, I'm recruiting someone to run markets here locally in Las Vegas, and she's been doing really good with that. I believe a month ago or so, she produced about $700 at a local market. So my margins are pretty good on this type of product. It was an awesome experience, but guess what? This fail allowed me to run today my most profitable business of all. And that, guys, refers to Desert Wood Panel. This is a business that I'm currently running from my garage where I sell acoustic wood panels on Facebook Marketplace. So, by the way, if you guys want the contact of my supplier, I will be very willing to share it with you if it's something that you guys want to run and look in your own cities. I'm here to share the wealth. I don't give a damn. At the end of the day, if you're watching, I want you to be successful. Last month, 11,207. Oh, and if you want to ask me that, follow me on Instagram. It's Romain Faure. You send me a text, I will check that up. $11,000 of profit from my freaking garage. I'm scaling that up. I'm renting a warehouse. It's going to cost me about $3,000 plus 2 minimum wage employees that are going to be there. A little bit more than minimum wage, right? They're going to have a little bit of commission on their sales, but not a bad business. Speaking of tariffs, actually, I know many of you guys are looking for an update. So I got the LEDs, yes. And I didn't get the tariffs on those, so yes. I am still waiting on the panels, the container. What the hell is going on? It's going through clearance. It's been 6 days. Now, from the information of the shipping agent, I should be able to go through. So that is good, guys. It's a really good victory for us. We'll see what's going on. Until it's at my door, I'm not going to take a win. But things are looking bright. Next one. I have a part-time job, 20 hours a week. I work around YouTube, okay? As a strategist for some of the really big channels. This grants me about 4,000 or so per month. And it is a massive amount of potential. And it also provides me with really, really good knowledge. Now, when I'm running a video like this, I'm doing the opposite of what, normally YouTube should cater. But guess what? I'm going raw, unscripted. If you guys want to be in, you're in the game and you're watching with me right now, I'm opening up about everything. That's just the way it is. Oh. Here are the LEDs, by the way. I wanted to show them to you. We got this, guys. We got this. Cost of acquisition, $10. Resale price, $40. Been doing pretty good. Alrighty. Next one, friends. Okay, this one is fun. If you guys have seen some of my recordings, you guys know that I hate Turo. Because Turo, to me, feels like, an insurance play. You're not making money off renting your car, you're making money off damage claims and so on. Turo is an insurance company at its root. It's not a car rental company. Now, I found a solution that seemed very interesting. Why? Because number one, I'm a car guy. And number two, I'm always looking to strike on absolutely massive deals. So I decided to buy a car. A brand new car. And you're going to say, oh, Romain, what a scene. Why would you do that? Guys, please. I bought that car on the last day of the quarter. I went all the way to Scottsdale, Arizona, drove 4 hours to work that deal. It's a brand new Mitsubishi Outlander. The normal MSRP with tax is $44,000. I got this car for $31,000 out the door. The negotiation took 1 month. I got them. I got it. So I found someone as a co-host on Facebook that is currently running this on my behalf and is taking a 30% cut on the revenue that he's making through Turo. And my contribution is 0. Expected income so far for this month, 841. We've booked 22 days of the current month of April right now. What is my liability? Well, Turo covers up to $750,000. So except something absolutely massive arise, that's just the way it is. Cost of operation, $100. How did I pay the car? Cash. I have a $100,000 bumper-to-bumper warranty. Why would I not take 30% return on my money? I'm taking a shot. As I told you guys, the idea here is to build processes. You're going to say, Romain, how do you build so many sources of income? You're just spreading yourself too thin. Well, I'm not here managing the business. I'm here at the decision-making process. I'm here when it counts. I build process and I let them run. Airbnb is running. Turo is running. The French market for bracelet is running. The desert wood panel LED that I'm selling from my garage, I build it up. I understand what do customer like, how to approach them, what is the right pricing, how to negotiate through that whole thing. Boom, I got the right amount of inventory, outsource. This is how you pull sources of income. There is no such concept as passive income. You build the process, you build the system, and then you outsource. Okay? You outsource, you manage. You're here when the decision arises. That's how I want you to start thinking about your business. Speaking of business, I want to introduce you to actually a company that have been really a good partner for me as I'm building all those LLCs. Because when you build an LLC, you also have to put your address on every single document, legal document, your business, your website, and so on. And I didn't want my address to be in the middle of everything. I wanted to look for an alternative, okay? Like a provider, a company that will allow me to have a virtual address that I can put on my business and have a ton of services with it. And I looked online, there were different providers, but one that really piqued my interest is called Alliance Virtual Offices. All of my businesses are actually run with them. I have the address of them. What's really nice about them is they're available all across the United States. In fact, I have an address that is 4 minutes from me. I can go pick up my mail. I have also a meeting space if I decide to have meetings. It looks professional. It looks very clean. The cost is actually affordable. And it's not something that is going to lead to my front door. They even scan my mail. Sometimes they can even answer the phone for you. Now, the idea here is to not only protect yourself, protect your information, but also creating a solid professional structure. So they've partnered with me on this video. If you guys are interested, I encourage you guys to check out the link in the description below. So if you're thinking about your business, this is the good route to go. Let's continue to move on to this guy. This one is fun. The product that you're watching right now is the world's most luxurious car trash can that exists on the market. This has been 2 years in process. This is coming right from my imagination. I drew this on a piece of paper when I was looking at understanding how to manufacture a product from zero. Patent, trademark, branding, packaging. All of this came from zero. And by the way, this is something that I'm gonna go at some point and pitch to Shark Tank. Now, this is a business that is at its first, right now at its root, business to business, meaning I'm selling this to businesses, okay? I'm going to dealership and I say, hey, Mercedes, you sell cars for $30,000. You don't really have a gift when customers buy your product. Why don't you offer them a very nice, stylish, all-metal slick can that I can engrave your logo to, that customers are gonna have and be very happy to have in their car at all time. Cost of good, $8. Resale price, $40. Not a bad. I'm ultra protected with this. Trademark, logo, patent, wording, everything. I was able to understand how to manufacture a product from zero. Total investment, $11,000 so far. Total income last month, $870. But right now, what is missing is I don't have inventory on it yet. So I made an order for about 2,000 units, so $16,000 are already in progress, and I'm so excited about this. It's not available to you guys yet. I have a little bit of a website, but don't try and order because I have no inventory. Next one, real estate. So this is controversial. I like to take a little bit of risk. Not on crazy amounts. I have about $40,000 invested right now into what we refer to as hard money lending deals, okay? Would I do it again? No. That gives me a 15% return on my investment. So I have 2 deals right now. One is giving me $312 per month. The other one, $225. So out of a $40,000 investment, I'm getting about $537 per month. This is a little bit risky. You're betting on someone actually doing a flip. You're coming with hard money. They turn the flip around, they resell, and then you get back your equity. Maybe not something that I would advise for you guys to get into as a first real estate investment. This is a little bit like gambling. I'm not gonna do it again. Next one, as we progress together, bonus seeker. I play the personal finance game to what I think is one of the most optimized way. And what does that mean? Is that I am a checking account milker. I like bonuses. I love bonuses. Last month, $750 worth of checking account bonus. I open a checking account, I satisfy the condition, and then once, I test the bank. If I like it, maybe I stay. If I don't stay. And I make free money. Now this is taxed, right? It's income taxed. But free money. Who is gonna walk away from free money, guys? So where are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, hold on. Market dividends. Last month, I lost 24,252. Does this makes me prevent from sleeping? Heck no, because I haven't sold. Okay? The market is going all over the place right now. And if you guys are an emotional investor, you're done. Don't even put your hands into it. I am betting on long-term vision. Okay? I should cry if I see minus $24,000, but I'm not even pinching. Why? Not because I'm insensitive to money. Well, heck no, guys. I'm really, really sensitive to how my money is flowing. But I'm a long-term investor. In fact, I take advantage of it. I DCA. I increase the amount of money that I invest, DCAing over time. That's the best way to build financial freedom. It's actually one of my greatest investments. Last year, I did really, really good with that. Okay? And invest into positions that are pretty safe. Don't YOLO yourself into crazy shit like the broke Tua meme coin and all of that crap. Here, for the most part, it's a little bit of S&P 500. I have some ETF, about 10% in crypto. That's no financial advice. There's just a little bit, my take. And I'm sleeping, no problem at night, because I know I'm a long-term investor. And over the course of time, by the time I need to get off that money, I'm going to be all right. Altogether, right now, through my speech, that brings us to $30,922. Total estimated for the year, $371,064. I feel like I'm building processes. I'm at very early stage. This as an opportunity to scale. This, maybe not as much. The acoustic panels seems to be doing pretty good. At the beginning of the video, I told you guys that there was potentially an idea that I want for you guys to start implementing, okay? Because you need to make that side hustle. Stop with the BS, okay? I'm working here 60, 70 hours a week. Now, I don't have children, okay? I'm right now 100% taking a shot. And I'm not asking you to go as intense as I am, right? I'm just telling you, hey, look for ways to make some money on the side so that you can invest it, you can diversify yourself, you can look for any things. Don't spend it on Starbucks coffee. One of the early business that I got involved into, and I'm still having a lot of fun with, sometimes I do it here and there, is item flipping. I go on Facebook Marketplace, I look for good deals, and I buy it, generally, try to negotiate a little bit, and then I try to resell it. Or I go into local auction websites, like Nelly's Auction, for example, here in Las Vegas. They have a bunch of items that they are selling for 50, 60, 70, 80% off. I take them, brand new condition, I flip them on Facebook Marketplace. Look for things like this. Start with $50. My average profit on reselling those items is about $40, $50. Start this way. You don't need to start with $10,000 invested. No, look for little shit. Learn how to deal. Learn how to negotiate. Learn how to work that dynamic. All those things ultimately will lead you to feeling more confident about building a business. When I was first coming to Vegas, I was flipping dirt bikes. I broke even on it because the mechanic ended up taking 10 units and drove away. I couldn't find him anymore. Anyway, this taught me so much. At a young age, if my advice is, don't look for ways immediately to make money. Look for ways to get the knowledge. Knowledge is key. And I've seen many people commenting on my videos saying, oh, what would you invest so much money and so on? Well, guys, number one, also there is something that I need to clear here, is that all of that didn't come like this. There has been so much preparation before I was leaving my job at Amazon. Like, it's not coming like, oh, ciao bello, I'm done, I'm gonna risk it all. No. I had saved for a lot of time. I had prepared my game. Most of the success in battles comes from the preparation. Okay? This has been running for 2.5 years, and you're seeing the end product right now. So, there are things that need to be considered of before you make the jump. Okay? And my YouTube channel right now is a little bit like an experimental Okay, I am testing. I'm testing. I'm going to be an experiment because I want to have a word in the world of personal finance, but I also want to have a word in helping people figure out how can they better their situation. I am playing what I believe is a pretty optimized game. So if you guys are game with me to continue seeing a true experience, raw, as well as so many other videos about how I think about money and how I approach it, I invite you guys to like and subscribe. I hope you enjoy those types of contents. I have a tremendous amount of joy sharing with you that stuff because I'm living this day to day. And I see you guys in the next video. À bientôt.